Hi friends! It has been a serious minute since I put out a YouTube video and I'm sorry. Surprise, I'm blonde too, so I feel like this is like a whole video that I just need to explain. So a couple things. I am blonde. One, no more blue hair for now. I call myself the summer spark. Second, I've been a full-time streamer for a month now and I wanted to wait to make this video. A lot of you guys have asked me for it, so I was like, it is time to make this video. So the reason behind this video is a lot of people ask me, how can you be a full-time streamer on Mixer? And I think it's a really important time to make this video because there's a ton of changes in Mixer right now, and we'll go over those. This is going to be a 3-part series, so yeah, let me explain it to you guys. Let me break it down. One, the first part, this part, is going to go over what my job was before and how the last month has been transitioning. The second part is going to be it's gonna be next month. I'm gonna film it and it's gonna be how I've gotten used to my budget, how I've gotten used to my stream times, how I've gotten used to kind of just transitioning my whole day-to-day activities, right? And the third video is going to be my final conclusion and my best tips for you guys on how to be a full-time streamer, which I don't know everything. Disclaimer, obviously I don't. So if you have better tips, please leave them in the comments. If you are a full-time content creator on any platform, I would love to see your insights. And I'm sorry that the room is actually a mess. Me and Alex are redoing the game room. You guys see the new light setup and everything, my new camera angle. So it is a little different right now and it's going to be a little messy. I promise by part 2, it should be picked up. So if you guys didn't know, I was a Microsoft employee for 2 years and it was a great opportunity. I learned so much as a gaming expert. So I worked a full 40 hours at Microsoft. I had a pretty normal paycheck every 2 weeks, bi-weekly pay, but I just didn't have time for really anything else. So as a gaming expert or a community gaming manager, I'm not going to dive too deep into it, but you are busy, you're networking, you're creating events for a Microsoft store, and pretty much you're just doing tons of networking, lots of networking. So I was also in school, I was streaming, and I wanted to spend more time with my family in general. I didn't have a lot of time with my family, and it was actually crushing me, so I was like, what am I going to do? So as I was only streaming 12 hours a week when I was working, 12 hours a week, and we hit pretty decent numbers for me to go full-time. So I'm going to be very transparent. Honestly, working as a gaming expert, I only made about I'll say under $2,000 a month, under $2,000. So for me to be able to go full time, I had to take in what my rent cost plus like my bills, and then obviously you want spending money to save. So I was like, if I can make at least $2,000 on streaming full time, then I can make this last. So if you guys are new to what Mixer is, Mixer right now and for the past about year has had something called Sparks. Sparks are money that you can earn by Sparks, which is a Mixer pretty much currency. It's a Spark patronage, and I wasn't counting that money because that wasn't a permanent thing. We knew that wasn't permanent as a partner. So I was basing this money based off just subs and projected embers almost based on what we do for regular. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. If you're considering full-time streaming, you have to know that your income will never be salary ever because it is subs change. There's gifted subs, right? And then there is no way to tell what you're going to get for donations or embers or bits or whatever it is on the platform you're on. So it's pretty scary. But I decided that with my last couple of classes for college and I want to spend more time with my family in the summer, I decided to leave Microsoft and go full-time as a content creator. So I've now been a full-time content creator for 5 weeks, and these are some things that I've learned so far. Now, it's really too early to realize if I'm losing money or not, because if you're on a Mixer Sparks have ended, so I'm not going to have that extra buffer anymore. So my next video should give me a better estimate for how much money I actually make. What a lot of people don't think about is if you are a content creator, you have to remember that is pre-tax money, which is terrifying. So by pre-tax money, you have to remember you need to take out, the golden rule of thumb that I've learned is at least 25%. It could be more, it could be less. And that is how much you should set aside for tax time, especially if you're in the United States, obviously. So another thing about that is you can you should have your streaming as an actual business. So each state has different laws of how to make your stream a business, but I definitely suggest looking into it. That way at tax time you can do cool stuff like write-offs for internet or your camera or whatever that is that you need to do to make your stream top notch. Another thing about that too is you can do quarterly taxes. Like, so I go through H&R Block and I do QuickBooks Self-Employed on my phone. It's super easy. That way, if you do quarterly taxes, you won't owe as much at the end of the year. This year's not as fair because I did work half the year with taxes being taken out from Microsoft, so I won't know how much I actually owe for an entire year until next year if I stay full-time. But so far, it's been a really crazy transition. So like I said, I was streaming 12 hours and now I'm streaming 40 hours just about a week. And it's crazy. The support from my community has been like seriously top notch. I cannot thank everyone. But I'm going to be very honest with you guys. If you are a stressed out person, naturally, like I am, I'm very much anxiety ridden. It is very hard to be full-time because if you look at your sub numbers every day, or if you look at like, oh, I don't feel good today, I'm afraid to take a sick day, that's when it gets to you. And that's the part I want to talk about. So for instance, before I went full time, I didn't even look at my sub numbers anymore because it stressed me out too much. Because I would just compare myself to people who either were partnered after me that were doing better or whatever. And I wasn't taking in all the facts, which, real quick guys, you should never compare yourself to anybody else because each content creator is so different. That's just my little pro tip for you guys watching this. But now I have to look at my sub numbers. So for instance, last month I had a ton of gifted subs the day I went full time. Obviously that didn't happen a month later, so I saw a big drop and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna be homeless. And that's why it's important to save if you plan on going full time. So you have like a backup plan. That's important. That's really important. But also, you really need to keep the mindset that your sub number isn't who you are as a content creator. People can support you of not being a subscriber as well. So make sure you realize that because you are so much better than what just a number says, right? So once I get out of my head when it comes to sub numbers, I start breaking down what I cannot spend money on. So that way I do have a backup plan in case I have a bad month with streaming. So I can't say how Twitch breaks it down, but Mixer's really cool because it actually tells you how much you're going to get paid for like a 3-month outlook. So how much you're going to get paid this month, how much you're going to get paid next month, and the next month after that. It's projected numbers, right? So the cool thing about that is I can kind of think, okay, this is going to be a bad month. What can I not spend money on? So the best thing that I do is I actually make a list of things that I spend money on that like I don't need to. So for instance, like V-Bucks. You guys know if you watch my stream, I literally give in to Fortnite and Epic Games all the damn time. These dumb skins are so good. I hate myself. Also Starbucks. I spend a ton of money on Starbucks, which isn't the best thing. So I will cross those out. Like new clothes or getting my nails done. Things that I don't necessarily need, you can cross those out because they save you money in the long run. And I'm just being very transparent, guys. You should, if you are considering full-time, make sure you do save money along the lines, but this is so you can save even more money. The cool thing about me personally is when I went full-time, I used to drive 2 hours a day for work, about 90 miles a day. And that saves me money by itself with gas. I also don't eat out really at all anymore. I make sure I make the food here, and stuff like that. So I'm actually saving more money than I even think I am, which is super awesome. Also, there's tons of apps you can get on your phone that can help you save money. I haven't looked at any yet, but one of the apps I really do suggest if you are considering being a full-time streamer or even just streaming as a business in general is QuickBooks Self-Employed. I can't say it enough. I cannot say it enough. I promise I am not sponsored by them. This is not an advertisement, but I use it for literally everything. Every day I use QuickBooks. The coolest thing about it is you actually connect it to your bank account, and like, so instance, like say like I just drove to Halo in Philadelphia, an 8-hour drive. I just drove to go to a Halo event, but it was for work. It was for streaming. So the coolest thing is that it saw the gas and it saw the mileage on the app. The mileage is a little off, but I can't complain, and I can write that off when it comes to tax time. As easy as like you just like swipe on it and it just is like, okay, this is for work. Great. Cool. Obviously, make sure that you keep all your receipts and everything. So, like, I keep my receipts for like even toll booths when I go for work, because you can get audited. I want to be honest with you guys. Taxes as a content creator are terrifying, but just think of like the middle stuff like I just told you guys. Try to apply to make an actual business for your stream. It will save you a lot of time during IRS time. Second, save all your receipts for everything you do. If you buy a PC, if your internet bill, your power bill, whatever you can, you can bring it to a tax person. Like, I can't do my own taxes anymore because I have no idea about business taxes. So I'll just bring all this. I'll bring like a freaking FBI power packet giant folder thing to the lady and be like, help me. And then, like I said, the third rule, guys, is just make sure you save money going into it, because there's gonna be bad months. Right now, I'm about to have like one of my worst paychecks, because it's technically from 60 days ago, so 2 months. So that was a bad month for me, apparently. But I'm not that scared because I had fallbacks, obviously. But honestly, guys, so far going full time has been life changing for me and my family. It is so cool because I work upstairs, I go home and I can see my family. I can go to the beach. I was gone 11 hours a day before, so this made the most sense for me to have more time, a better work-life balance. I love content creation. I'm so grateful for my community. They seem to like my games, so thank you generally from my heart for everyone that has been supporting of me. I can't wait to see the future. Like I said, part 2 will have a little bit more information in it because I'll be even further in. I'm just a month in right now. So far, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I feel really confident in making this work. But I'm only a month in. But if you guys need any questions from me answered about being a full-time streamer, drop them below so I can answer them the best I can, okay? Thank you guys so much for supporting me. Hit the sub button if you haven't already, because I promise I'll be posting more videos now that I'm home all the time. I've just been making a schedule and trying to stick to it the best I can. So let me know what's on your mind. I will see you guys either on stream or on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Bye, friends.